Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Hey guys, welcome back, Bushcraft family, with another video. There's a lot of things been going on here lately this year about my power company and other power companies that I've done research on throughout the grid. And a lot of them are talking about all the grid going down and power outages that's going to be not days or hours, it's going to be months that it will be down. And I had got a whole list of things that I should be preparing for in case of this, and I was extremely shocked at some of the items that were in this, because yeah, some of the stuff you don't talk about, you know. But also there has been a lot of warning going on about EMPs. The power company telling me that certain things going on may result into EMP attacks. Not only EMPs, but you know, the dreaded CME, and that's a solar thing for those who don't know. It's when the radiation, which we are way overboard to have a doozy hit us. But the fact that so many of these companies are, these power companies and other places are talking about this and how to prepare for these. Is it a scare tactic, or do they know something that we don't know, or most people don't know? The fact that if it was an EMP, it will completely knock out grids, it'll knock out computers, cell phones, anything that has power going into a chip of some sort. Batteries, it'll drain a battery, so you have to have a way of charging these batteries if it didn't have a chip in it. And a lot of tools and things nowadays has chips in them that will tell you how full they are, or regulates the power that goes out from them and things like that. All those will be gone. So I thought I would come up with a little list, I guess. Because if you watch this channel and it's just not entertainment for you, it's something that you plan on doing, then you prep for things, and you should have your food and all that stuff. Got a cat coming down. Oh. Hi. What do you want? Where are you going? You got stuck halfway. You don't know where you want to go now? Here, lay down right here. I just lost where I was at. But we have our food and things like that. But what if there is no power, and there won't be power for a long time, and we lose things that that we thought we had? And there are things that you can get to protect said devices, but I often tell her, a lot of people say, well, I'm going to put my cell phone in a CME proof bag or an EMP proof bag, so I will have it. That's okay, you are the only person within 500 miles that has a cell phone. Every tower that's around you will be destroyed. The satellites, depending on where this come from, it's come from space. Most of the satellites will fall from space. They do have Satellites do have protection from CMEs and EMPs and things like low grade. Depending how powerful it comes through, it could wipe out every satellite that's on its path. So, what good is that fancy little cell phone? Oh, you get to look at pictures and things and maybe a couple videos that you have saved. But other than that, what good is it? You can throw it at somebody or something. I don't know. The point being, you have to prepare for this as if you were going back to the 1800s before there was electricity and things like that. And I know I'm talking about real electricity, because there won't be no lights, there won't be no television stations, no radio stations or anything like that. It'll be gone. And it'll be a long time before it actually kicks back in. So, one of the first things that I say, and I've said this before, is hand-operated tools. Because your cordless drill will not work because it's a battery charged. Now, even if it's an old type of battery, you still have to have a way of charging it. Some people will, some won't. Solar panels, if they're not protected or grounded properly, they will be destroyed with every other thing electronical. So, you should be preparing for hand tools. And here's just a few: hand saws, the old-fashioned one where you have to make your hand go back and forth to cut something. Hand drills, where you have to move your hand. Hand planes, and of course hammers, screwdrivers, all that stuff. All the things that you use these battery-operated, powered things for. Every tool you use, you got to think, what would I use if I didn't have power to use this? And that goes for appliances in your house, which I'm going to get to right now, is coffee maker. A simple thing is a coffee maker. Regular percolator, something that you don't plug in, not a Keurig or one of those pod things that you stick in there, that you plug in. Believe it or not, those things take a lot of electricity to run. So even if you had a generator, which I'll get to that in just a second, even if you had a generator, you'd have to run that thing to run a coffee maker. You have to have a way to cook your food on top of it, be it gas or starting a fire out in your yard. There's many ways that you could go about making a cup of coffee. And it seems weird that why would of all the things bringing up a cup of coffee? But it's those things that you forget about. It's those things that you overlook because you're thinking, food, water, and all this other stuff. There's a lot of things that we don't think about. Handwritten recipes or hard copies of recipes and things, because you can't go online and get the recipe anymore. And of course, I'm going to say it because I just did a a challenge video not too long ago. And I think everybody's getting tired of it because I didn't get nobody to do the challenge. The book challenge, where we have books. What would you use if there was no electricity? Because you would have to rely on books. We have so many books that people just get rid of now because everything's online. If they need to learn anything, they just, hey, Google, how do I do this? And boom, it pops up. But what if there's no Google anymore? How do people do things? Oh, I don't know how to fix my sink. How do I do that? You know, you need a book. That's how we did it before the internet. We used books. We went to the library, checked out a book on how to craft this or how to repair that, and that's how we did things. And I think books are very important for this type of thing. Generators. There are a lot of generators. There are solar generators. There are some solar panels that would not be affected by an EMP. So you'd have to do a lot of research on these, and that these are extremely more expensive than regular solar panels and solar generator and stuff. So that's research that you would have to do. And there's the regular gas generators. Now, there are differences in generators. There are some that just use regular spark plugs and whatnot to start up. A coil system, which, depending on its size, would not be affected by, and depending if it had power going through it at the time, would not be affected. Now, there are a lot nowadays that are computerized and all that stuff, electric start and, you know, battery operated push start. You know, you push a button, boom, it starts right up. Those would be taken out, and you'd have to have a way to completely rebuild it or whatnot to get that thing to work. Those generators would be useless. Again, there are solar, as long as they're not being used at the time. More than likely, they would be useful. I'm not saying they wouldn't, or they would be, because nobody really knows. Nobody really knows the power of an EMP. They tested, you know, the military's done testing this and that, and they say they have ways of doing it. But there is no real way to test, even for a CME. Some of them could be so powerful it'd wipe out everything that had electricity going through it. Or had batteries in it, for that fact. So you have to prepare for not having any of that stuff at all. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Just a little bit of stuff, little information, hopefully might think about, because companies and everything are pushing for this. Is it fear, or is it something they know that we don't know? Till next time, God bless.